tonight. He's doing it next at noon.
Never take the insurance company's first offer.
Call Steiger Isco and Green.
We've gotten our clients 10, 20,
even 30 times more money than the insurance company's original offer. How much can Steiger Isco and Green get you?
1-800-561-1111. Non-lawyer spokespersons.
Some people call them flapjacks, griddle cakes, or hot cakes. In Britain, they're drop scones, and in France, crepes. No matter what you call them, there's only one place for original pancakes. So look for original in the name, the Original Pancake House.
After Michael's crash, he called Steiger Isco and Green.
We got him $400,000.
Money in his pocket.
How much can Steiger Isco and Green get you?
1-800-561-1111. Non-lawyer spokespersons.
To wrap up our Couch Potato Show, we've got a funny story that comes to us from one of our Facebook fans. Recently, we posted a to poke or not to poke baked potato question on our Facebook page. You know, should you take the time to poke the top of your potatoes with the tines of a fork? Does it keep the potatoes from exploding? There is no real solution to that question, by the way, is what we discovered. Some people that poke the potatoes still got an exploded potato every now and then. But we did get a lot of funny responses, and one of them came to us from Marie Burke Markuska from Huntington Valley, PA. I hope I said your name correctly, my friend. Here's what her note said. I have a friend who had 9 siblings. The parents went out for a Sunday drive. The older girls were told to put a fork in the potato, then to roast the potatoes in the oven. And that is quite literally what they did. The mother came home to find 11 potatoes in the oven with a fork stuck in each potato. For fun, we replicated it. This is what it looks like. That is pretty hilarious. Just to recap, guys, potatoes take center plate with our show today. There are 3 different options to make a stuffed potato your dinner. Our French onion stuffed potatoes with Gruyere cheese on top, our taco stuffed potatoes with nacho tops, and our beautiful carbonara potatoes. I'm gonna heat one of these up and give it to my friend Nikki, my teammate. I promised her one of those. You guys can make all 3 of them in the same week if you want, and just potato out. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to all of our guests today. We'll see everybody. Bye-bye.
New at noon, a dump truck rollover and fuel spill in Boca. Chopper 5 is overhead with exclusive video as one of the main intersections partly shuts down there. Also, whose drinking water may smell and taste a bit different.
How much can Steiger Isco and Green get you? Sometimes after a car accident, the insurance company won't give you anything for your injuries.
Nada? Zip? Nothing?
That's exactly what the insurance company tried to offer Gwen.
It's just what they do sometimes.
That's why Gwen called Steiger Isco and Green.
And we turned nothing into $1.3 million.
$1.3 million? Wow.
That's some serious money.
How much can Steiger Isco and Green get you?
1-800-561-1111. Non-lawyer spokespersons.
We begin with a developing story. The identities of the 2 people killed in yesterday's small plane crash in the Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge have been released. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says the victims are David Whitney. He was 64 and from Lake Worth. Also, William Mann from Jupiter. He was 66. News Channel 5's Jamel Lene joins us live with what she's also learned this midday. Jamel.
Good afternoon, Holly. Well, still a very active scene. We're told that at least a handful of agents remain at that crash site, which is just a mile and a half down this dirt road here. And also, we're just learning, like you said, the names of those 2 victims, David Whitney of Lake Worth and William Mann of Jupiter. We're also expected to get more details from NTSB a little bit later on this afternoon. They're expected to hold a media briefing around 3 o'clock here at the boat ramp. Agents back here early this morning investigating what may have caused this crash. The single-engine plane went down around 1 yesterday in the marsh area of the Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge. FAA says it took off from Lantana Airport. Witnesses say they heard the plane crash and then moments later a loud explosion. David Whitney and William Mann were on board. So still many unanswered questions. We're hoping to find out who was flying that plane and where the two were headed. Now, once we have any updated details, we'll be sure to pass that information along. That's the latest here. I'm Jamel Lene for WPTV News Channel 5.
Hey, Jamel, right now an investigation is going on after a truck driver crashed into a gas station. This happened at the Sunoco on 25th Sand M Streets in Fort Pierce. Taking a live look at some of the pictures from our Twitter page, so you can go check that out and see them again. The driver, also an employee, as well as a couple of customers inside. We are told they were hurt. No one's injuries, though, all that serious. New at noon, a dump truck rollover in Boca, and right now there is a small fuel leak, about 10 gallons on the road there. Chopper 5 flew over this not long ago. This is at Glades Road and State Road 7. Southbound Glades was closed earlier. Authorities are telling us the driver was able to get out of the truck. He was taken to the hospital. Crews are cleaning up the cargo that spilled, so it may be a good idea to avoid the area for a while. New information, the Coast Guard has made a change in the Fort Pierce Inlet safety zone. Recreational and commercial vessels with less than 16 feet of draft, they are now allowed to transit through the zone, which was put into place after a 100-foot barge sank. A salvage barge is supposed to arrive tomorrow. No one knows how long it's going to take to move it. The U.S. Coast Guard anticipates closing the inlet, though, to boat traffic while that removal is going on.
Good afternoon again, everyone. Here's what we're looking at so far today. A pretty nice beach day with not a lot of people out at the beach, actually, and about a moderate risk for rip currents today. And it's nice and warm outside, so not too shabby. However, we do have a little bit of rainfall in the forecast today. In fact, we're seeing some showers right now moving into Walton Rocks Beach, Port St. Lucie, and White City right along the coast. And this will be the trend today. We have the potential with these southeasterly winds for any showers that develop out over the ocean to move on shore, being carried from southeast to northwest. We'll talk about our chances for rain through the rest of the week and some hot temperatures coming up in a few minutes.
New at noon, the 60-day session of the Florida legislature is officially underway. Legislators are expected to tackle a number of issues over the next couple of weeks, including whether to authorize 2 mega casinos to go up in South Florida, in addition to passing an annual budget. Let's go live to Florida's Capitol building with lawmakers there on the floor. Governor Scott just finishing his State of the State speech about 15 minutes ago. One of the things he talked about was making college tuition more affordable, and he also talked about making sure that more people are able to live out their dreams and be game changers for Florida's economy. He used a Fort Pierce artist as an example. Marianne Carroll, he says, is one of many success stories. Her paintings are still shown, by the way, at state events. In Washington, D.C., Israel's prime minister is just finishing up his speech to Congress as well. It is a visit President Obama calls a mere distraction to try and shift the focus of preventing Iran from developing a nuclear program.
The remarkable alliance between Israel and the United States has always been above politics. It must always remain above politics. Because America and Israel, we share a common destiny, the destiny of promised lands that cherish freedom and offer hope. Israel is grateful for the support of America's people and of America's presidents, from Harry Truman to Barack Obama.
President Obama says he will not meet with Benjamin Netanyahu, who is currently in the country since the prime minister is not running for re-election in 2 weeks. The day not over yet for lawmakers.
I've met with Prime Minister Netanyahu more than any other world leader. And given the strong relationship between the United States and Israel, I would expect that to continue.
The president stresses he expects the U.S. as well as Israel's relationship to remain strong. He also commented on negotiators going full speed to make sure Iran does not go forward in creating nuclear weapons. And the day is not over yet for lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Republicans, in fact, they say the House will vote later today on a bill to fully fund Homeland Security through the end of the budget year without restrictions on immigration. Many from the Republican Party, they weren't in favor of this, but Speaker John Boehner told his colleagues passing the bill, no strings attached, is the right decision for the country. New information now. Firefighters have ruled a suspicious fire from overnight on 55th Street an accident. Police say James Josie told them he knocked over a candle as he fled the home. Josie says someone had shot him. Police say, though, there's no evidence of that. They did arrest him, however, for aggravated battery from an incident earlier yesterday evening. The Palm Beach County School District has a 2-week window to decide when to re-administer the new standardized test to students. The debut was yesterday, but quickly postponed because of a glitch with the computer system. The education commissioner says the problem has been fixed. Some parents say the setback came as good news. They don't like the new Florida assessment, but parents will be notified of that new date. Berean Christian School in West Palm Beach should be back open tomorrow. Today, the school is working with the health department to narrow down how many students got sick with a stomach virus last week. The school has been scrubbed, floors, doors, and bathrooms since the campus shut down last Friday. Starting today, you can weigh in on what you want to see in the next leader of Palm Beach County Schools. Take a survey on the district's website by Friday or go to a public meeting tonight. There's also one on Thursday. For times and locations, check out WPTV.com under the Scene on 5 section. All aboard Florida may be changing its name. The high-speed rail company not commenting on this, but the company has trademarked the names Bright, Brightline, and Bright Rail. A heads up for those of you in Boynton Beach, the city is going to be treating the drinking water starting this Friday through March 20th. While the disinfecting process is going on, you may notice a slight chlorine taste or perhaps odor to the tap water. This is part of yearly maintenance. The city does caution if you use home dialysis or if you have tropical fish, take extra precautions. New at noon, the rules governing popular 529 college savings plans, those could be changing. House lawmakers passed legislation changing 2 provisions to the plans. First, families will be allowed to use money to buy a computer provided it's used for school. Second, plan holders can contribute money tax-free to that plan if a school refunds any extra money. Still to come this noon, hitting a home run for our veterans. A long journey ahead for this Yankees fan who happens to be here in Florida. And the political firestorm brewing over Hillary Clinton's email address. We're back into 60 seconds with more local coverage.
Don't go another year with that old, worn-out entry door. Pick up the phone and call your friends here at First Impression Doors and More, your local company for hurricane impact doors and windows. We have a large selection of impact exterior doors in wood or fiberglass with numerous custom glass options available. From entry doors to French doors to sliding glass doors, we have it all. Improve the look of your home and make a great first impression when guests arrive. Don't forget to ask about hurricane impact windows when you call now, with laminated glass to resist impact from windborne debris. From around the West Palm Beach area, call now and take 10%, up to $750 off your door or window installation. Plus, call in the next 15 minutes to receive a $100 American Express gift card with your door or window installation. This is a limited time offer, so be sure to call now. 1-800-554-2156.
Covering Florida, bear hunting season is coming back to the state. It is the first time in 2 decades. The state is doing this hopefully to cut down on some of the bear attacks, especially in the Panhandle. The hunt date should be finalized sometime this fall. Last year, state wildlife officials had to kill about 50 bears that came into contact with people. Right now, a diehard Yankees fan, oh, he is diehard. He is making a long journey from Tampa to New York on foot. Richard Albero, he's walking from Steinbrenner Field in Tampa all the way to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. The 65-year-old knows it's not going to be easy, but says it's worth it to raise money for the Wounded Warrior Project. He also wants to remind people of the lives lost in the September 11th terrorist attacks. Albero says his nephew was one of the victims.
9/11, it's getting longer and longer in the past, but I think we should still keep the important messages from the 9/11 and all the people that unfortunately lost their lives.
Albero estimates it's probably going to take him about 3 months to make the journey, which is more than 1,200 miles. We are rooting him on. $4 million of gold now missing, the Florida connection and where it was heading. And if you've been searching for the ultimate pot roast recipe, it's time to stop looking. We're going to show you how to cook the perfect piece of meat.
The Sebastian Inlet camera showing a nice day along the coast here, but we do have some rainfall to show you and higher chances for rain later in the week. It's coming up in your forecast.
2015 is the year to make a great first impression with beautiful new hurricane impact resistant windows from First Impression Doors and More. Windows that look great and protect your home from damaging wind-borne debris. Visit our showroom at 346 Pike Road or call now to save 10%, up to $750 on new impact resistant windows. Plus, receive a $100 American Express gift card with your installed window purchase. Call now 1-800-909-8475.
Stanger is going green. Got $69,000 for this crash.
$235,000 for this accident. Stanger turned this crash into $1.3 million.
If you've been injured in a car accident, how much can Steinger is Going Green get you?
1-800-561-1111. Non-lawyer spokespersons.
Managing depression. It's about getting you back to you and all the things that matter to you. Whether or not you're taking an antidepressant, feelings such as depressed mood and lack of energy can still get in the way, and that's just not you. We're conducting a clinical research study evaluating an investigational drug designed to work with antidepressants to see if it can help address unresolved symptoms of depression. So give us a call and see if you may be eligible to participate.
The public record of Kimberly Mitchell. She missed 83 city meetings dealing with finances, public safety, and our neighborhoods. She just didn't show up 83 times. But when Mitchell does, she favors millions for developers and projects for her lobbyist ex-husband, while writing letters of recommendation for a scam artist and a tax cheat. That's why we need Jerry Moyo, a full-time mayor who works for us, not for them. Mayor Jerry Moyo of West Palm Beach.
After Joseph's car accident, the insurance company only offered him a little money.
What did Joseph do?
He called Steinger, Isco, and Green.
And we got him over $435,000.
How much can Steinger, Isco, and Green get you?
1-800-561-1111. Non-lawyer spokespersons.
When it's 5 o'clock, you need to know what's happening right now.
Keeping a close eye on the radar today.
This house behind me arrested. The only local chopper getting you breaking news first. Steve Weagle, tracking and alerting you before the storm moves in. Local news everywhere.
The business is evacuated and part of Blue Heron Boulevard shut down.
Leaders in Boynton Beach.
Live with the call for help.
He's extremely shaken up over the events of what happened.
WPTV News Channel 5 at 5. Local coverage you can count on.
HD News on WPTV is sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
Now to a developing story. A British Muslim group released recordings of the London man who has been identified as the infamous ISIS executioner Jihadi John. In the recordings made in 2009, Mohammed Emwazi talks of a British agent harassing him, and he appears to be against violence. Kiara Simmons picks up the story from London.
The spark has been lit here in Iraq.
It is a voice that has become infamous.
He looked at me and he said, I still believe that you're going to Somalia to train.
And this is an audio recording of Mohammed Emwazi before he joined ISIS. His accent and speech, eerily familiar.
But we say to you, Obama,
he would become known as Jihadi John, ISIS frontman. But as a younger man, he was linked to a violent street gang and even connected, through friends, to a terror cell that attempted a suicide bombing in London. In the 2-minute audio recording, edited and released this morning by a campaign group, Emwazi describes an interview with the British equivalent of the FBI. He denies supporting the 9/11 attacks.
He started telling me, what do you think of 9/11? I told him, this is a wrong thing. What happened was wrong. You know, would you want to say it? If I had the opportunity for those lives to come back, then I would make those lives come back.
But others say British officials may have been right to suspect him.
A lot of the kids on the streets of West London, where Emwazi comes from, are getting involved with criminal gangs, and Emwazi is mixing with them. They're his friends. But at the same time, some of those kids are also getting involved in religion and religious extremism.
And NBC News has learned 2 of his London associates were with him in Syria, and both were killed. One, a high school friend. Is this an insight into Jihadi John's disturbed state of mind? Now, we're hearing that Emwazi's family here in London are now in police protection, but a NBC News team in Kuwait, where Emwazi was born, has spoken to a colleague of Emwazi's father. Apparently, he was in tears, he sounded exhausted, and he said, may God take revenge on him, his own son, take revenge on him as he did on us. Back to you.
Hillary Clinton did not use a State Department email address as Secretary of State, a senior State Department official confirming that instead she used a personal email account for the 4 years she served. According to the New York Times, Clinton's staff did not take actions to hold on to those communications either. This ultimately breaks rules that the National Archives and Record Administration has set. The State Department is still working to turn over emails from Clinton and other officials. A House committee investigating the Benghazi attack had requested to see them. $4 million worth of gold ripped off, and there's a Florida connection to this too. A van carrying all that gold, it left Miami, heading to Massachusetts on I-95. The driver, though, pulled over in North Carolina because of mechanical issues. That's when 3 armed men supposedly ordered the 2 security guards traveling with the gold to get out. They were tied up and told to get on the ground. The thieves took all the gold and some silver that was stashed in barrels.
Somebody knew something. Somebody got some info from somebody that knew that was in that truck.
A spokeswoman for the FBI said agents are looking into whether a federal crime happened. IHOP celebrating a decade of giving today with its 10th annual National Pancake Day. Are you hungry yet? The restaurant is offering up a free short stack of buttermilk pancakes all day long. IHOP is asking in return that you only consider leaving a donation for Children's Miracle Network hospitals or other designated local charities. This year's goal is to raise nearly $20 million. Take a look at this. A freak hailstorm covered a Southern California beach yesterday in enough white stuff to kind of look like snow there. Temperatures were cold enough that it stuck around for a while. This is at Huntington Beach in Orange County. You saw just some kids there enjoying it and playing in it all. The National Weather Service says about ½ an inch of hail fell.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Well, let's take a look outside here at 12:17. We got a nice looking view here on our Live 5 camera over at Peanut Island, Singer Island. Quite a few boats out on the intra-coastal today. Not too bad, a little bit of a light to moderate chop and a little bit choppy out over the ocean today. We also have a few showers to tell you about this afternoon. Cruising in to St. Lucie County, right around Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce here. And you'll notice the movement of these showers moving from southeast to northwest as southeasterly winds start to pick up. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s so far. There's a close-up view. Let me get out of the way so you can see it here. This is South Florida's most powerful radar, Live Viper 5 Max. And you see the showers in the yellow. That's a slightly heavier rainfall right around White City right there. And then lighter rainfall in the greens there that you see moving in around Walton Rocks Beach. There's also a couple more showers that have just developed offshore here, and those seem to be trailing up over the same area. Maybe a couple coming in toward Jensen Beach. Palm Beach County, not too much going on here. We did have some showers early this morning in Palm Beach County. We could see a few more kick up through the afternoon. Temperatures hovering again in the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon. So here's Vipercast, and watch what happens as we continue through the afternoon hours. We get the chance for a few showers moving in along the coast. Some clouds too, so a partly sunny afternoon. There you see a few more showers. Could be a little bit of heavier rainfall by the evening rush hour in Martin County and maybe northern Palm Beach County as well. And then overnight, the chance for a few showers showers moving on in. We went with about a 10% chance to 20% chance for rain today. Temperatures will really be a big story over the next couple of days. Today's highs mainly in the low 80s, a little bit drier tomorrow, and temperatures will rise into the mid 80s, maybe a few upper 80s, and a very similar forecast on Thursday. However, some slightly cooler air and more moisture will move in Friday through the weekend, so we expect temperatures to go down a little bit, at least into the upper 70s and low 80s as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We certainly had the chance for a few showers for boaters today. Had that morning fog around that burned off pretty quickly. So mostly to partly sunny. Temperatures in the low 80s today. That afternoon breeze picking up out of the southeast. Again, we warm up tomorrow and Thursday with temperatures mainly in the mid 80s and pretty low chances for rain. Rain chances pick up a little bit Friday, a little more Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget daylight saving time begins Sunday morning at 2 a.m. That means you turn your clocks ahead 1 hour, spring forward.
Uh-oh, losing an hour of sleep there, Glenn. Have you been searching for the ultimate pot roast recipe? I guess I'm just too hungry to talk. Well, listen, it's time to stop looking. Pay close attention. Howard and Mr. Food's Test Kitchen shows us how.
Here in the Test Kitchen, we love using our slow cookers. It's pretty obvious since we've made everything in them from stick-to-your-rib soups to ribs that fall off the bone. We've even made some amazing desserts in them. But the one thing that we get the most requests for is pot roast. So let me share a new one that Patty just came up with. We start by searing a 3 to 4 pound chuck roast that we season with a little salt and pepper. Once it's browned, into a slow cooker it goes on top of a bed of chopped onions. Now we mix together chopped garlic, fresh rosemary, some tomato paste, a shake or two of Worcestershire sauce, and a splash of water. Then we give it a good stir and pour it over the roast. After this cooks on low for most of the day, out it comes so we can make our gravy right in the slow cooker. For that, all we do is mix some water with a bit of flour and slowly stir it into the pan drippings. It doesn't get any easier than this. Just imagine coming home to a house filled with the aroma of this cooking all day. It's so tender, it practically melts in your mouth. And when it's slathered with all that gravy, get ready for some good eating. Yes, the recipe for our slow cooker country pot roast is online now, so you'll be able to whip it up later this week. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a more tender way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. How is it?
Very good.
Pot roast for dinner, anyone? You can find all of the ingredients and the recipe once again simply by going to our website, WPTV.com. Don't forget, /Mr. Food. Coming up, getting the VIP treatment. We'll tell you how one guy pulled off the ultimate, we're talking ultimate Oscar prank. But first, here's a look at what's coming on tonight on News Channel 5.
The response has been great. Homeowners throughout South Florida from around West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, and up to Fort Pierce are calling First Impression Doors and More now to take advantage of special savings. Call now and take advantage of 10%, up to $750 off your new impact door or window purchase. Make 2015 the year of improvement for your home. Our beautiful selection of entry doors are hurricane impact resistant, designed and installed to stand up to severe weather and windborne debris. Impact doors and windows also help reduce outside noise, making your home quieter while adding security and visual appeal. Drop by the showroom here at the Southern Park of Commerce between Southern Boulevard and Belvedere Road. Ask about hurricane impact doors and windows. And remember, last chance to call for 10% off your door and window purchase. That's a savings up to $750. And call now and receive a $100 American Express gift card with your new door or window installation. Call now.
At La Mesa RV, we have the right RV at the right price right now. Like this new Heartland Elkridge Express, discounted to just $187 per month. Massive selection, everyday low prices, only at La Mesa RV of Port St. Lucie.
You need an attorney, and the best attorney to use is Kogan and DeSalvo.
Kogan and DeSalvo were key and elemental in helping me with the insurance company.
They were the liaison for all of the doctors, all of the lawyers, and they took the fear out of it for me.
How can you say too much when, to this very day, they're still in your corner?
The outcome was exactly what I had hoped for.
I'm attorney Daryl Kogan. If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, call Kogan and DeSalvo now.
Kogan has helped us a firm to use.
Yeah, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I tried so hard, I can't rise above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Enjoy classic hits like Joy to the World with Three Dog Night, Friday, March 6th. Get tickets now at the IslePompanoPark.com. Isle Casino Pompano Park, Powerline Road, south of Atlantic Boulevard.
When what's inside is important to your family, choose our family. At All My Sons Moving and Storage, we're family owned and operated with over 4 generations of packing, storing, and moving experience. At All My Sons, you get a guaranteed binded price in writing. So, whether we pack the box or you do, or if you're moving 1 mile, 1 city, or 1 state away, let our family move yours. Call or click now to save $100 off your move with All My Sons Moving and Storage.
At La Mesa RV, we have the right RV at the right price right now. Like this new Fleetwood Discovery diesel pusher discounted over $99,000. Massive selection, everyday low prices. Only at La Mesa RV of Port St. Lucie.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Coming up at 4 on the Now, the blue dress is back, folks. We'll talk about that. Also, I know what. The painter who included the infamous outfit in the presidential portrait, explaining why he had to include that dress, plus firing back. A former baseball pitcher turns the tables on a couple of nasty trolls for attacking someone very close to his heart. So that's today at 4 on the Now. Finally, this noon, pretending that you are an Oscar winner can get you all those famous perks, apparently. The story making the rounds on the internet right now, it's pure comedy, let me tell you. The guy right there that you just saw, he pretends to be a celebrity that just won an Oscar. He got the VIP treatment too. Security, a new car. He did end up giving that back, by the way. A lot of free loot, drinks, parties, the works. And then there were just the people who wanted to pose for a picture with him, knowing that he really wasn't all that important. Actually, they didn't know that. That's the whole
What did he say he won the Oscar for? Did he say?
You know, I don't even think he said, and I think that's what makes it so funny.
Well, there's so many people that
believe.
Yeah. I mean, you look at those crowds of people that come up on stage sometimes that win an Oscar, you're like, who are the people in the background?
A musical
they're getting an Oscar.
score, an extra, you know?
All right, it's going to be hot the next couple of days, Wednesday and Thursday. Chance for rain pick up a little bit Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Not too bad, though, not like last weekend. Okay. Don't forget to turn your clocks ahead 1 hour or you're going to be late for stuff this weekend on Sunday.
Have a great day, everyone. Yeah. Enjoy. Take care.
I'm a third-generation lawyer in my family. Before my mom passed away, I promised her that I would dedicate my career to helping others. Help me make good on that promise. Call a lawyer you can trust.
Call me, Attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
Hello, Jupiter Tequesta. I need some help with my air conditioning.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Expect more from your school. More caring, more commitment, more success. Many schools see students as a number. Renaissance Charter School at Central Palm sees your child. All students are unique individuals. Together, we'll develop personal learning plans and offer a nurturing environment that focuses on your child. Renaissance Charter School at Central Palm on South Military Trail in Lake Worth. Apply online today at centralpalmcharter.org. Expect more.
The Palm Beach Post is your local news leader, delivering complete coverage you can count on. More than just headlines, the Post uncovers important news, providing depth, analysis, and perspective on the stories that impact your life. With the largest local news team, the Post has more reporters to cover the news where you live. When you want the real story, there's only one source. The Palm Beach Post, in print, on your tablet and smartphone. The Palm Beach Post. Real news starts here.
Just steps away from the water, relax and enjoy the atmosphere and amazing food at Mulligan's Beach House Bar and Grill.
Try Mulligan's Asian Dragon Salad with firecracker shrimp, Bluesy's Black and Blue Burger, fish and chips, or steak gorgonzola flatbread.
Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A family meal at Mulligan's is fun and affordable. All day, every day, with locations across South Florida. Mulligan's, the place to be for St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, Ben.
Hey!
another chantilly cake, huh?
I can totally explain.
Okay.
It's for a celebration.
Really?
Yeah, I cut you a piece and everything. Chantilly cream and fresh berries.
Oh, so this is for me now.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate that big event that happened this week.
Which was?
I don't know. Finishing the first cake. Yay!
Handcrafted in store every day with light and fluffy chantilly cream and mixed berries. Publix Bakery Chantilly Cake is the perfect excuse to celebrate more. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Did you know uterine fibroids in women are not just painful, but they can also cause heavy bleeding, a medical condition that can lead to pain, fatigue, and even anemia. Local doctors are participating in the Venus study. This research study is measuring the safety and effectiveness of an investigational medication for heavy bleeding due to uterine fibroids. Visit venusresearchstudy.com to learn more and to see if you qualify. That's venusresearchstudy.com.
Hello, Jupiter to Cuesta? I need some help with my plumbing.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Personal injury attorneys have a bad reputation, but I'm proud that I've dedicated my career to fighting insurance companies that treat people unfairly. If the insurance company is giving you the runaround, call a lawyer you can trust. Call me, Attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
Hey! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Ask America, where you can win $35,000 on your lunch break. I'm your host, Bill Bellamy, and we have a great show for you today. We have 4 amazing people from all across the country on their webcam waiting to win some money. Let's meet them. From Hanford, California, give it up for Jeff. From Cincinnati, Ohio, it's Shannon. From Richmond, VA, Carrie. From Birmingham, Alabama, it's Theo. Welcome, everybody. I'm Bill Bellamy. Are you ready to have fun? Say yeah. All right. We've asked America opinions on a bunch of fun topics. All you have to do is guess what they said, and you can win the big money. Let's get this party started right now. The first question is worth $100. Here are the 2 possible answers. Shaved bear, lots of hair.